Hey guys, welcome to Makeup and Hustle. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and today we are creating this look with the beautiful new Natasha Denona palette. I'm so excited to share my thoughts of this palette with you. So if you're interested in learning how I created this look, then stay tuned. So I've already got my base and eye primer on. I've got my brows in place as well. And today we're digging in with the new Natasha Denona Glam palette. I'm so excited. I'm actually a little bit late with this one, but I'm thrilled nonetheless that I have it. This is the newest addition to my collection. I feel like I was first collecting the Anastasia palette, and now this is my new obsession, which is why, I don't know, but I mean the shadows and the quality is great, which I keep saying in every video. But anyways, this is what the palette looks like. It is gorgeous. Now, my main reason for getting this was I don't actually have a lot of shadows that are very cool toned or neutrals per se, so I feel like this was a perfect addition to my collection. But yeah, I already have my eyes primed. I used my MAC Painterly Paint Pot to prime my eyelids, and I just used a brush for that one. So I'm actually just going to go directly in. I haven't set them or anything like that, like I haven't powdered down my eyelids at all. So we're going to go directly into the palette. Now, something that is different to this palette in comparison to the other palettes that I own, the names are actually not anything specific. They are basically where you would actually apply them. So, like for example, the first shade is Scentillid. And then you've got your outer lid, inner corner, crease, transition, and then it kind of goes in that line. So you've got your smoke shadow, your blend, lash line, inner corner, center eyelid, outer eyelid. I will insert a photo of the palette so that you can have a browse. So I'm going to start out by applying the crease shadow, which is just the second last shadow in the palette. And I am taking my big fluffy brush. This is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro in number 5. And I'm going to be applying that. Oh, it just started raining. What the heck? You might be able to hear that. I'm so sorry if you can. But we're just going to start applying that in the crease area. So it's blending out really well on top of the eye primer. It's not patchy or anything, and it's building beautifully. It does really deepen, but honestly, it is quite neutral in the palette, as you can tell. However, it is translating a bit on like a purpley sort of, like it's got a tinge of purple undertone to it for sure. The shadows are blending out seamlessly. It's taking a little bit longer because of the dryness that is around my eyes. Unfortunately, the eczema refuses to go away for good. It goes away for a few days, but it comes back right around the time that I plan to film. So I'm just going to take like a smaller blending brush. I'm going to go in with Smoke, which is just that shade there. I'm going to concentrate that just on the lower part, the lower outer corner. And just kind of blend it into the other crease shade that we used. I am actually going to take an angled brush, and I'm going to go in with Lash Line, which is just this darker sort of a shade right there. I'm just going to smoke out the outer corner. So this one has a little bit of a fallout. So I do have my base and a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, but I do plan on adding more concealer because it needs more coverage for sure. So I'm just placing the lash line color just in the outer corner for now. Just as if I was placing an eyeliner, so that's what that's looking like at the moment. I'm just slowly dragging it towards the middle. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm just going to take sort of a fluffy shader kind of a brush, and we are going to go in with Brow Bone, which is just the last shade in the palette right there. It's way too shimmery for a brow bone shade, personally. So I'm just going to apply that. Just like so. Oh my god. That is freaking insane. It's so pretty. I'm actually going on top of the liner as well, or the liner shade. It does have a lot of fallout, so be careful. I'm just going to quickly do the concealer. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my eyes. I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush. I'm going in with the Smoke Shadow first, which is just this one there. And I'm just going to apply that in my lower lash line. And then I'm going in, same brush, I'm going in with lash line. This one is an Essence of Beauty crease brush. This is the smaller one. And I'm concentrating that as close to the lash line as possible. To highlight my brow bone, I think I'm going to go in with the inner corner shade, just that one there. I'm taking like a really loosely packed shadow brush, and I'm just taking like the smallest amount, and I'm going to place that just in the arch of my brow bone, just for a subtle reflection. And then using the same brush, I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with the transition shade, just the first one, sorry, the top one there. Tapping off and applying that just to buff out this sort of a harsh line there. Just like so. And because we've placed that in the arch, it's just going to have like a subtle sort of reflection there. For my inner corner, I'm going to go in with the center eyelid shadow right there. I'm just going to tightline my eyes with the MAC Smolder Eye Kohl. And then going in with my Flower Beauty Lash Warrior Mascara. Alright guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I actually really enjoyed using this palette. I don't think I have shades quite similar to this. I mean, I probably do have a few shades that, you know, are kind of like, especially the shimmery shades, I know that I would have a ton of them in various palettes, but I still feel like the mattes are really amazing. I don't have like a fully cool toned neutral palette in my collection, so when this came out I felt like it was worth the money for me. And the shades that I used today, I feel like the payoff is amazing. Having said that, there is a little bit of kickback in the palette in some of the shades. However, it's not too major, and I mean the payoff is fantastic. I did not have to work too hard in creating this look. I feel like everything blended really easy, even in my dry eyes that I'm currently enduring, but I feel like everything blended really easy. I mean, it did take some time for me to blend it out, but again, I think that is simply because of the texture and the dryness that is around my eyes. So I do have to work a little bit harder than I did before in terms of blending out the shadows, whether it's this palette or palettes that I've tried before and loved and enjoyed. So I really love this palette. I feel like it is different to a lot of the other warmer tone palettes. I feel like, you know, there are so many palettes that are of the similar color story, if not the same, but I think this is something different. This reminds me of the Anastasia's Sultry palette. I wasn't able to grab that one in time, and I think it's discontinued now. So I'm really glad that I got this one. I think this is a great addition to my collection, and I really do love how this look has turned out. I mean, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 shades, which is pretty decent. I mean, the palette has 15 shades, 6 shades to try out, and you know, just kind of get a feel for the palette. I think that's pretty good. I did thoroughly enjoy, I mean, the liner with, you know, I love using eyeshadows to create liners, and this lash line shade is so beautiful. I did pack on quite a bit, but I feel like, you know, I got the payoff and the intensity that I wanted in the end, so I really do love it. Overall, should you buy it? In my opinion, yes, simply because, you know, it's not a typical palette that you get outside. I mean, it's not a typical warm tone palette. So definitely, I think it would be a great addition. If you do have the Sultry palette, probably not. I'm just going to have a quick look and make sure the Sultry palette is, I think that's, I'm going off of memory here, so... Yeah, I mean, the Sultry had a couple of additional shades, like in terms of the corally pink color they had, but a lot of the neutral tones are pretty similar to this palette. So I reckon if you've got the Sultry palette, you can probably give this one a miss. If you don't, and if you're like me who missed out, you can probably grab this palette. I think this is great value for money. I mean, all the shades with her usually blend out really amazing. So definitely it's worth the price point. There are drugstore shadows that can potentially get you this look, but if you're a collector like me, I think it's worth it. So yeah, that's what I think. I love how the look has turned out. What do you guys think of this look? Have you guys grabbed the palette? What do you guys think of the palette if you have one? And overall, you know, like if you, not this palette in particular, but like any of her palettes, if you've got a palette from her range, what do you guys think of the quality and the price point here in Australia? Please share your thoughts down below with me, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Until next time guys, take care, bye!